Ability into that corner. He's still going to stick around.
How's he
surviving on the edge of it? And immediately, it's just going to take over.
It
is a complete shutdown.
Does this make you guys a little bit nervous that the first two maps is Lotus Sunset into KC?
The agent select, I don't know, what do you think about this, Meg?
Pistol round already underway, and it will be KC on the attack side here on their opponent's choice. They chose to start on the aggression, and it looks like KOI are going to match them. An early fight that goes their way and keeps on going. A 4v2 with Sugetsu low.
To see out of KOI here, movie star KOI on the defense. They've changed this comp. How much can they fight KC now?
Well, not very well in that fight. Martin dead on the floor, 9 HP on Sugetsu. We'll look to the future rounds for a real battle. And although Sugetsu, he was on the list, he's got a couple aces under his belt. He'll need a 4K here to pass the mark, and he will not come close. Round a lot of light shields, but that outlaw is being left on the ground the previous round, so it won't be haunting them coming into the late stages. You see KC grouping up for a C hit, and it looks like KOI have a read. Abez is left behind to cut the rotate, and he does well finding Flya. You got to look at the fact that Flya, he didn't die in that first round. He gave his weapon over. It is only a pistol removed, but there was a reason for that. He didn't want to be in those early fights. He wants that breach util to try to pad the gap, but now when it comes to trading blows, it's the weaker weapons that come out on top. Monster, the man you highlighted, Valwa, he has certainly done his fair share. Sadic's left alone in a 1v3.
Really, really quickly after they see the fake pressure from Sadak.
Sadak blinded up. He wanted to get ahead of this play, maybe pick them off, but instead it's to float back in, and it's even just an attack leading.
This is looking like a very different team. Come on, he's just sending it. He has a lot of supportive utility, and the darts helped him out. But even still, Elite, I was going to say, has managed to stabilize, but then the shock dart finds one as well.
It was the damage done by Fiolu. A well-placed shock dart in return. Sugetsu low, and he falls to just one. Hunter's Fury online, sent through. They almost managed to catch Flya through it. They will catch Natank. The deep push forces Flya's hand, and he falls. That's an advantage. Slipped away, and ult committed for it as well. And now Movistar KOI are on the back foot. They continue to snowball into this play.
Cover going out.
There's always hope.
Belief is everything, I heard.
Yeah, that's what they say. Don't know who they are, but maybe it works sometimes. Elite's already been found, but the other two are looking to group, although they're a little bit disjointed! And Matty G has kept it going! You're going to make a run to champs. You want this one to be clean, and not in the other direction.
No, but I do know this feeling starting on Rough 1 Lotus. A couple of people dominating.
Yeah, you started on the... no, wait, you started defense.
We started defense, unfortunately. And so far it looks like Movistar KOI are giving an absolute masterclass on this defense side.
Yeah, this has been hard to break through. Where's the kill? It's Martin.
He was aiming at Batty G, yeah.
Monster able to walk through for a triple. Stay so far back. I mean, look at the control they've given up. They're not fighting for that A space. They're not fighting for B either. They'll allow them in to go for the plant. Individual fights, and they're splitting up. They're going in for this play towards the door. The stun was there, but Elite is there as well. He's found two. Isolating the battles one at a time, and although Flya's flash was fading, he's the last man standing after his pick.
To get it over the line, it took quite a bit for them to find it, and I do feel like one of the glimmers that have been there for KC has been Elite. Like the round that they should have won, he played incredibly well, getting them 3 opening picks. It's more so the fact that we haven't seen too much so far. Have that little bit of extra delay.
B split through Waterfall with the Oroworld. Yeah, nice.
This is what Martin loves to do. Get in behind, have that extra little bit of information. Ults being expended immediately, and well, to be fair, all 3 have gone, and what they've gained is forcing players back into Sugetsu. This is now becoming difficult. The tank going alone, it doesn't make things any easier for the remaining players. They still have a lot of ground to try and pick back up. Monster would have to win this fight and clean it. You know what he does? I think it was Elite swapping between weapons. It didn't look like he was ready for it. It won't matter in the end, though. It's all left on to Monster alone.
Cancel, come back straight towards C, have another insert towards B main.
A 3v2, the retakes from KOI, we saw it. They haven't been great. Nothing to really help them out on this one, and Batty G, when he steps back in here, he doesn't know his paranoia hasn't hit. Martin punishes. They're fading away.
Better chances that KC have had an attack. He's just sticking it. He's just trying to stick it all the way. His teammate defending, and they'll do it again! All these rounds that seem to be opportunities for KC.
Else.
Don't worry, that's it. That's it. That was it. Don't worry. Oh, okay! Damage, maybe earn a few extra orbs, but we've already seen last time this map was played. It was an 8-4 defensive half versus Apex for the side of KC. Can be their stronger side, but this was very impressive from Martin.
This is exactly what you want to see. Coming straight out of the blocks into the second half. You know you're down, but you've got that bravery to still go out there, stick together.
To come.
Don't last long. Definitely one of the players you look to as they make this climb back. Bonus round for KC strong. They bought up a Vandal as well, but it's the Outlaw to open things up. A double to start. They're trading it back, and Aves is now taking them into the lead. Fly attack and taken down. It's KC stringing the rounds together.
Awkward. Then the util wore off, and they just all swung at once.
And that's the thing, if you're not making the most of this Breach and Sova Omen util, and actually getting your duelist in behind it, then you're giving KC all of the space to get Martin, to get Sadak, to get Aves in behind that util.
We're into round 17. Double digits still evading Movistar Koi, but now they've got a full buy. Batty G, good for two. That aggression. It looked like they put the pieces together, but they didn't clear the close corner. Martin, he's made it up, but Sadek's not quite able to follow him. Outside that broken door, he's leaving his teammates. But can he recover the round in the end? That AWP can still be a thorn in their side. If Elite gets this control, then it becomes very difficult for the players on site, but Monster stops him in his tracks. And
the angle close, not cleared. I think giving that initial double over to Batty G, and while in the end, Monster's even there to clean up the remaining pieces. But then they were just a little bit slow to get into the C-side, and by that point, especially...
Huh. He's got the info.
That was a very bold call. Completely open. They've gambled on beat. It will give them a quick enough rotation, and especially with Martin's ult, allows for a retake, but just look at the post-plant utility, or more so the ultimates. You can already throw in a Viper's Pit if you desire, Rolling Thunder to slow them down, and while I don't think they're going to need it at this stage, already another and another falling. Filu is having a field day, and a 12th round is all but guaranteed.
KC are trying to fight that just as packed. Doing like they do on their attack side, getting the Yoru, getting the Raze in there. Actually using that gate crash from Martin.
3 rounds in a row needed. An early Rolling Thunder put through by Flya, this pressure towards the B site, but no players behind it. You know what that means? Fake pressure. And KC are just about to find that out. Human recon drone, and they'll be popping that dimensional drift for that exact purpose.
It's also, it makes things more awkward in terms of that Viper's Pit. They want to try and get into the post plant over on the attack side. The jump down though from Sadak's core, but Elite is there. The trade's looking incredibly good for Movistar Koi with Sugetsu still deep within enemy lines. Martin realizing he needs to try and move on this, but instead will look for a gap elsewhere. Wrapping around the edge. Isn't going to be revealed by the dart. There's not too many places he could be. He wins that first. And now left down to just one. Monster has to try and retrieve the spike. That's a bigger issue. It's now defended, but he'll do it anyway. Swinging in, Movistar Koi. We looked at this map as a risk, but that risk has paid off.
They ran this comp, just Cypher instead of the Vice. So I think this is giving, you know, coach input.
Carmichael farming the orbs early, getting Aves out there.
Dang.
It's just going to be a battle. It's brewing as KC walk up. It's being watched, and now the whole squad turns. Movistar Koi with an instant reaction. Shock dart for Sadak, good. And damage done with the second. Monster and Filu very low. We know smokes to bloom, nothing to help him out. A paranoia in his back pocket. Can he find the time to use it? Now, oh, it's fired in and all 3 caught. Isolating Monster, a smoke to block them out. That could let Elite join him for this battle. As they look to blitz out, Movistar Koi have 2 players to deal with, and they're isolated in the fights. KC will take the pistol round. Great weapon. Understood. Understood.
Oh, he's hitting his shots.
Well, start. Filu definitely looking like a different beast in this series so far, but Sugetsu, more of the same.
That's Spectre. True. I know it's coming. So too, the KC know that Movistar KOI are coming straight into that site. Martin, not with the best weapon to go walking through that smoke. He's waiting for someone to invade, and only one shot left after taking down the drone. Batty G left on 10 HP, but they can't capitalize just yet. Sagetsu, though, still firing back. Be a big swing coming in with a player embedded in main in the form of Monster. Sagetsu adjusts, but the flash is good! Not good enough! 10 health on Batty. He's the last man standing, and he has to push out into Elite. It's KC with round number 3.
Just turns up and does what he does best.
This is the thing.
Crisp.
When he's in form, it genuinely feels like he's one of the best players in the league. So
might be the most thing to do in the
just
world.
Calculating.
Oh, the shot hit, but immediately punished. Many a team would just send the one player to peek, as they did on top mid, but 3 players swinging in from market towards B main, so they know one side of their back is contained. They need to make a move and find some space of their own, and that is being punished not every step of the way, because Monster has opened up the market. A bit more. In fact, they both do. They're going to push towards the spawn here, tapping the spike for a second. Elite doesn't know what's coming. Monster, he has taken control of this round. With the ult going through, Sadik might just have to wait this out. He's going in with the classic. All right, he's made the right call.
Well, the drone going to be used to try and clear it back, but they are running low on the time. 10 seconds left. Sadak is now going to make his move. He was waiting for there to be someone unable to fight him. He's got the right idea on where Monster is, but Monster has now got the information that his teammate needed. They can fall back into this deadly crossfire. Timing going to be everything, but Monster has made the cross. He's so wary of main, but doesn't realize that there's a man on the corner. Although they're putting a lot of utility into that corner. He's still going to stick around.
How's he
surviving on the edge of it? And immediately, it's just going to take
over.
It is a complete shutdown. An in-zone flawless, but a stolen ace. I could take the weaponry away, but they're actually not playing too far into the site. So they could just opt for the retake if those guns are stolen, but it doesn't seem like it's being opted on at all.
Well, here we go. That's going to catch a few, but there's not many players left to capitalize. The flash just to delay them. In goes one of the remaining weapons that hasn't been hit by that steel garden. And Martin, oh, well, he makes it work, even with the shorty from the French side.
We see that death from the tank there. And it kind of looks a little bit out of position. That, like, he's hanging around in mid for quite a long time during that round.
Game back to the A site push. Martin actually very isolated, but he's looking for one and then an escape. And the fact that his teammate's already got a kill, he might just look to escape.
Yeah, he's had that gate crash online for quite a while. It will be fading soon as he's sticking around. Eventually, he'll call for the bail. Cam no longer in play. Deep push, though, by Filu. It's a risk taken, but the reward is plentiful. Aves managing to pull back, though. They'll contain this space. A wall up for the reposition, but look at Movistar KOI grouping up for a moment, at least. A player towards the elbow, now smoked off, flash is great. Filu can't see a thing, the smoke blocks out. Natanku comes running, but it's Sadik and Sagetsu gunning them down.
Phoenix Molly to stop the last player coming in from elbow. Sounds like a good agent to me, Mitch.
It absolutely does. Let's see if they can make it work on the attack side, though. I mean, that's where some of the greats and some of the not so great in that fight. A lot of stingers. You know, crazy they didn't go for the Spectres here. Obviously, economic limitations.
That's why they're not going to win.
Player might have a real chance, though. He's managed to go around that smoke, dodge the sight lines, and Batty G trading. This is now giving the advantage over to Movistar KOI and maybe a little more, but it doesn't work out. Monster leaving Sadik all alone.
The 1v2 with the Spectre. Come on. This is exactly what I want to see. Oh, this is a horrible... Come on, guys. Get a little bit closer. Get a little bit closer. And he's done it. Yes. The Red Bull clutch for Sadik with the Spectre. Definitely favoring the attack. The judge for Batty G. Unlikely to be contested. And Martin just going in to bait out the wall.
It's come through from Batty G. It's going to allow a big stack up with a safety net if they wrap back to A, but look at the space exploited by Aves. He's going up through mid. He'll be here late. He may even have heard those steps as the rotates come through. Battle on the site not going away. And in fact, Aves has been spotted, but the player saw him with a judge. He couldn't take the fight. Filu goes back to deal with him, loses his life, and now KC accelerate into this late game. All these angles cleared means, you know, that last guy wasn't on the rotate with an impossible clutch. He steps into this duel. He hasn't even got his weapon out. A 3K from Aves puts 13 on the board. And KC with a dominant map number 2.
Yeah, they're not going to bring it out again. Yeah. What do you think about this new look?
Things out. A lot of damage has been done. Flya is low. Filu's even lower. Down on 0 after Sagetsu's at his way. He's inside his smoke waiting for an invasion, and he finds one, but Natank, he lives to tell the tale. Blows taken on that attacking side, and with Flya falling, now the advantage for the retake sits with KC. KOI are trying to get ahead of this though. They fight in towards the garage, but there's players all around, and BaddyG suddenly finds himself alone against KC. Winnable, but they're going to group up. No individual fights being offered. A shock dart and KC's close. They break out of the smoke and they find him with ease. KC with another pistol.
And for KOI going 0-3 might just be a death sentence. Martin, gets a little bit cheeky with the jump back and gets caught. Filu in a deeper angle than expected.
Prowler's got caught on short. That means it doesn't make it full distance. It doesn't get up to the trip. They could be in risk if there were players left to fight off of it. Credits in the bin. Getting out of here might be his best option, but it's not an option without a big fight going his way. Filu's the first, but there's plenty more around that corner.
Here is get someone firing up, especially your duelist player, build that momentum early.
Push comes to shove. Now, I was going to say if Elite will just get out of here, he might be forced to by the ult, but now the Thorns have kept him trapped in. The Decay would eliminate him if he tried to run through. TP from Sagetsu punished. Elite dropped as he's trapped in the site, and Sadik taken down elsewhere. This is a wonderful push for Movistar KOI, and a 5v2 that honestly there's no chance for KC. It's a shame that Aves had just invested the ult, because a few seconds later,
If he runs through that, he is dead.
Absolutely, and that's what we're seeing at the moment. These key exit choke points, and then they're just hard holding the garage or heaven chokes as well. KC cannot get back through those at the moment. They're running into too much util, not even their flashes, their Phoenix util can get them back through enough. They need to start flanking.
In the round, or they're just like full troll. Like that seems to be the mix. Nice aggression though. Monster has been the bane of their life, so the fact that that's the first pick couldn't be any better.
Down, it's KC. Sat outside this B site. We've seen this a couple of times from them. The late game, late round, waiting for Movistar KOI to walk in. This time, there's not a trip in play anymore. And so the run through the smoke, it's ambitious, and it only finds one Elite on the other side, though. I think that was a spam that drops BaddyG, and with that, they don't have control. Now the rotation comes in. Elite's already going to be here. He's got his trip, he's got his camp. Thorns go in, but it's too late. Two players are already out and waiting. Movistar KOI, they've stumbled, they've fumbled. And a 4th round to KC as a result.
They now head towards B.
Good TP for info from Sagetsu. He sees one, but he doesn't think they'll slip through that quickly. That's a blunder. And an opening pick for Movistar KOI. Space on the B side. Early flank though from Aves. He's been working on this. The slow push through garage. But Movistar KOI are not done yet. This isn't a B play. This is all the way to A, but through Elite they'll have to go. He's already grabbed 2, but now he's slow. Now he's blinded. The desperate spray, but he still gets more! How did Elite get away with that? Chance, and man, he seized it with both hands.
A really nice little poach timeout round. Keep it simple, okay, we do our default. We get a lot of the space, so we're gonna do fake pressure with the 2 leaders of our pack. What a shot.
It was the regen shields as well. He would have been dead, but it came up just in time.
On the attack side.
Interesting.
And then there's some very hard anchor on defense. You're given that space as well. You've got all the ability to capitalize on it. Nice little set Yoru ult round here as well.
But they've already got the advantage, but it is slipping away. Flya's gone down. Filu now making it to sight. He's there, but his rest of his team are not. And Martin's trained in on the angle. Hunter's Fury thrown through as well. This is the round to use your ults, the final one of the half. It's causing problems for Movistar KOI. They're boxed in terms of the space they can take, but when it fades, they go deep. Martin, though, still standing, and he drops that spike on the floor, waiting until the ult pops. And the tank knows there's no big weapon, but the small one's just as deadly. Martin again with the shorty.
Counter.
Nice opening. That's Aves down on the ground. I hear them getting loud on the stage, happy. Gambling. Then look how low the time is. This is a huge gamble, but they've made it in. The plant should be acquired. In fact, I don't think there's anything that can be done to deny it. Okay, they've beaten the clock, but there's still plenty of players to take down.
A man disadvantage, but the HP not that far behind. Even still, the trades looking decent up until that point. Back to a 2v2, and the remaining players not available for either side. That was the last piece thrown out, and Sugetsu just playing close in the corner. Might be a nasty surprise, but he's already been tagged up, but they find both kills. Put Sugetsu at an end of a pistol round.
Followed by not just the Stinger we all know can be so good in this round, but also the rifles, 4 of them, and the ultimate, as you've highlighted, pal, from Aves. The run it back will give them a second lease of life with this rifle, and it's going to be running straight through on long, catching one and opening up the door for Batty G to fall. Monster even goes down before the run it back is
so
done.
Quick.
And this round, it's tied up in a neat bow.
Oh.
Well, not quite.
Oh, that was just a little jump scare. Oh, there's a chance for fly. He's found a gap. Filu's picked off another one. This is starting to fall apart. They're so focused in on one that they haven't quite found the other. A chance for a lineup, but Aves is just on fire. Somewhat literally. A 3rd kill for him already. And while all that's left is Filu, and Martin's there alongside him. The 1-2 punch of KC.
And I hope some other teams in the league can take notes, because this is how it should be used. Just phenomenal play coming out of Aves.
He's making it look good. He's making it look good. That shouldn't be something that they should get away with.
Good job,
compositionally, with
nice
that
steal, bro.
price.
From me, nice.
Standing ahead.
They definitely found themselves a counter. They're now running in towards this C site. Batty G already tagged. Filu already tagged. It seems like this might just be the last hurrah. Trying to fight back versus Aves has been an impossible task, and while he continues his run of form, Monster down to just 21 HP, make that 0, and the only man standing in KC's way of getting their 2nd win is going to be Natank. Last time out playing this map, he was on the ISO, he was the fragger. The only thing that really could work out for him is the time. That's all she wrote. 13-4 for KC. A dominant last 2 maps.